Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what am I doing now? What am I up to now? Oh no. I just found a really nice Jeep Wrangler 392. Yeah, this is a Ford Bronco. I know that. But I just found a really nice Jeep Wrangler, freshly used 392. And guess what color? Guess what color that vehicle is? What color of all my flavors, of all my different vehicles, what color do you think it is? It's this color. Stay tuned for the Wrangler 392. Wrangler 392 Test Drive Adventures. Wow, I finally found a test drive. And it's available. Oh, the never-ending car adventures. And yeah, anybody watching my channel's like, yeah, you're just going to go test drive the 392, right? You're not actually going to try to buy it, are you? Well, why would I want to try to buy the car? I got plenty of nice vehicles, right? I'm driving this beautiful, nice Bronco, Raptor. But that's one thing I really wanted to do. I want to drive my Ford Bronco Raptor because the 392 Jeep Wrangler is a total, like, throwback. When Ford brought out the Bronco Raptor, Jeep was totally like, oh, okay, we're going to play this game with you. We're bringing a 392 with 35s into the market to show who's the real boss. But for the record, the Raptor has 37-inch tires on it, where the 392 overtakes this. Is it's got that V8 motor that's in my Scat Packs. That's 485 horsepower. Now this car here is the V6 twin turbo, and I think this here is like, what, 400 horsepower? I don't think it's, maybe 420. I'm not even real sure. But I know for a fact when the 392 and the Raptor Bronco line up, the 392 smokes it. So, but the thing is, this Bronco is so comfortable. It doesn't have that front end solid axle. So with that front independent suspension on this vehicle, it handles the road better, and it doesn't get the steering walk. The interior of this vehicle to me is bigger. It's more comfortable. So for me, there's so many more positives of the Ford Bronco Raptor over the Jeep Wrangler 392. But here's the thing: you're getting a Jeep Wrangler with a V8 stuffed in it that's got a badass note, extremely powerful, and from what everybody says, they're a blast to drive. But I've never driven one, which is incredible. So for me, I'm just a guy where I got to go drive something. And once again, there's videos I've made. If you really watch my channel, I went down to go buy a brand new used, I should say a freshly used, very nice Corvette C8 near my birthday, and that was like a year and a half ago, I guess. And I walked away with, from that vehicle. It was like, I wasn't excited. So I've even driven the Ram TRX numerous times, where I've been so much like, yeah, is it really worth it? Then I think to myself, why wouldn't I have a Ram TRX? Because I'm such a Ram guy. It's just like this Jeep Wrangler. Good news is, Jeep Wrangler is going to be built for another year. Good news is the Ram TRX is going to be built for another year. So that gives me an opportunity, if I really want to get these vehicles as time moves on, I think I can. But at the same time, this Jeep Wrangler sitting down at a BMW dealership, they've discounted this thing, and I think I can even get them to discount even more. But here's the challenge. The financing side, I don't have my key individuals that I use at these dealerships to get the financing bought. So even if I want to buy this vehicle, I sincerely think the finance side won't be able to get the deal done, because it's not a BMW vehicle. It's a used vehicle. Now, I do have a good relationship with BMW. Whether they would finance a Jeep through the BMW dealership, I don't know. If they did, I don't know. It's very, very debatable on that aspect. So But if anything I want to accomplish is go and test drive this 392 and just really see why so many people make the claim that it is this really, incredible, nice vehicle. So stay tuned for the adventures as I go down and drive this. Once again, I really want to drive this Ford Bronco, so I have instantaneous back-to-back drive comparisons. And that's the goal, to see really which one is the better of the two. So stay tuned. All right, just got breakfast. No, lunch. Wow, day's going, man. From the Panera. And am I in the wrong spot? I am. Do I follow instructions very well? Obviously not. Anyways, this vehicle is just so nice. I just have a hard time believing that I'll be able to feel like that 392 Wrangler is such the better package than the Bronco Raptor. But what's interesting is I used to hang out in a lot of these car forums, and I just don't really anymore. Just so much arguing with people. And so it was an argument in the Ford Bronco forum on how you would have people have Jeep Wranglers saying that theirs is every bit as good as the Bronco. And I'm like, it's not. I've owned every Wrangler you can own. And I'm always been like, it just isn't as comfortable. It has the walk. It's underpowered. Now, this is prior to the 392 coming to the market. And this is when I first got my first two Broncos with a 2.7 V6, which I think was plenty powerful. And but anyways, it just always felt like no way can the Wrangler compete with this Bronco. And I'm not talking about the radical stuff off the back roads, because a lot of people will, make the claim that, you go these back roads off-roading and that front solid axle, it gets all, it turns into the yeah, whatever. So, but for the average person like me, am I average? Yeah, I doubt that. But for the typical person that just uses these vehicles that are mainly on the roads, I think the Bronco is the better flair. It just has the more fun factor, I feel, and comfort factor over the Wrangler. But then the 392 comes along, and people that are in the Ford Bronco community that have the Raptor and the 392, and they just think the 392 is just so much fun. So I'm going to finally find out if, in fact, that's a fact. And you can come along with me to see the adventures of me driving yet another different vehicle. Now here's the next challenge. The wife and kid are heading to Tennessee. Yeah, if the kid saw what I'm going to go test drive, oh my gosh, then she'd be like, oh no, I don't want to go to Tennessee. And then my wife's going to be like, oh, so I get ready to leave town, and you're out buying another freaking car. Yeah, can you imagine? Yeah. So I'm trying to lay low to go test drive this vehicle, because I just really don't want them to know that I'm test driving this vehicle. I want them to get the heck out of town, right? Yeah, the wife leaves out of town, you think about relationships and marriage, and as we know, the wife and kid are out of town, the man's a bachelor, and is he hanging out at the local bar and dancing with ladies? Yeah, that kind of seems to be what would be more typical of the older guy like me. But no, what am I doing? I'm out test driving cars and buying yet another one. Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. Have the white suits shown up yet? Probably have, but I'm not home. All right, so let's listen to the Ford Bronco going down the road like 65 miles an hour. And, how does it sound? How does the interior sound? Noise. You got this big flat windshield, the big 37-inch tires. How does the truck steer? I don't have any hands on the steering wheel. This doesn't have, per se, the lane assist. So, it steers pretty straight, and not any walk where you're constantly kind of having to maneuver the steering wheel from the vehicle wanting to, go down the road and go left to right. And this is 37-inch big-ass tires, too. And it's the big boxy full-size vehicle. So, and do I sit up higher? I think I sit up higher than that Jeep does. So, all right. Stay tuned for the back-to-back 392 versus the Raptor. Bronco, that is. Wowsker. Now, I had my positive video morning conversation today, so I just got a phone call from Indian Corporate. Yes, Indian Corporate called me today, and I just spent close to half an hour talking to them. Indian Corporate is going to buy back my Indian Pursuit and write me a check for the amount of money I put into the bike, deposit, payments, and give me the choice of whatever I want to do. Wow. So stay positive. It's easy to get negative. Wow, that's dangerous, right? Let me get old big fat check back to go buy something else. Uh-oh. Yikes, right? Hey, the whole plan of going to that dealership got changed. I'm out working, riding over the world, but I'm still going to get down there here in a little bit to do the Jeep Wrangler 392. Yes, the Jeep Wrangler 392. Plum crazy? What color do they even call that thing? Oh, it's always the adventure. So here is the BMW. I've never been to this damn place down here. Isn't that hard to believe? You would think a guy like me would be out buying BMWs, right? The BMW I know of used to be across the street over there. So here it is. BMW of Sterling, Virginia. There it is right there. We got a perfect spot. We got a twofer here. Look at that. Well, we got a perfect comparison. Wow. Right, so I am here at BMW Sterling, and this is just a really cool looking vehicle. And what's so cool is I've got my back-to-back comparisons where I've got my Bronco Raptor, and now for the first time ever I get to drive the Rubicon 392. So here it is. Interesting theme. I know one thing, my daughter would be going nuts over this vehicle because it's the special color that she would love for me to own. And where is the car? I don't even see it offhand. So here you go. Remember I was telling you yesterday on my YouTube channel? They've had this since August, and now it's November. So this is 3 months of used inventory. And just for the record, the way most used car lot guys work, they're 90 to 120 days in a lot, and then they're gone. So this is getting close to going to auction, meaning they put a number on this vehicle based on one of their wholesalers saying, if you can't sell it, I'll definitely give you this amount of money. And that's kind of where the money came into on how much you paid for this vehicle. So, here's the thing. It's a unique color. And the person owned it, I think, added this. I don't think this is factory. Who do you think owned this? Was it a woman? Was it a guy? Interesting how they mounted this little cell phone thing, or is that a factory thing? I have no idea. Not a lot of miles on it. You know, here's the thing. I've had a gazillion of these Wranglers. I've had a gazillion of them. I'm not lying to you. And I'll be so intrigued to see on how this vehicle rides compared to that vehicle over there. So it's just the back end here. You know, to me, this, in my eyes, is a little smaller than my Raptor. But I don't think it's much smaller. So let's look at the back seat here. Get in the back seat. You know, right here, I would have to say this is the same. I think definitely the back seat's the same. Front seat, I think this is where the front seat, you don't get the same room, okay? I mean, to me, I was already trying to pull that back, and it's not pulling back. I only wish you'd see the original sticker of this vehicle. Here's another thing. When was this vehicle built? This vehicle was built in 11 of 22. So this is a year-old vehicle at this time. Got the nice amp steps. I didn't even notice that. That's really cool. I love that feature. So that's a huge plus right there of getting in and out of the vehicle. Has the bimini top that retracts. Now let's get in it. After driving my Bronco, let's see if I feel cramped. No, not bad. So actually, it's better than I thought. And here I am, kind of trying to maneuver this and that. And so, yeah, not too shabby. And I got the Jeep Gladiator. So, purple thing, I'm excited about that. Danger is 4,500 miles. Got to take this thing a ride. I got to give them my license, though, for them to allow me to drive this vehicle. This is kind of tight right here. That doesn't feel great coming out of the vehicle kind of on that per se. All right, let's get in here and get the show going. So first thing is, we got to start the car up. How does it sound? Ooh, there you go. Now, as far as I know, there is, oh, here it is. It's the exhaust notes. Okay, so you can have different exhaust notes on this vehicle. Gotta have the performance exhaust. I mean, gotta have that. Okay, so I've lived here for 40 years. I was out here before any of this even existed, so I do know the roads. That, just so you know, my sales associate is here with me, and they're like, just don't include me in the video. I'm like, nobody's watching my channel to watch you. All right, here we go. So this thing is definitely free-spirited, definitely has a nice noise to it. What's interesting, though, is how this vehicle has that 392 exact type of noise. And no, but here's what's going to be interesting is I have no idea in this vehicle. There's a 12.7 miles per gallon. That's what you have to say. Did the person sell this because of that? Is there the sport mode? So these vehicles, some of them have settings where you can go to a different type of driving on this, and I don't know. I don't know if this actually has a sport mode in it. So there it is. But here's what I just truly believe, that a lot of people that buy these get tired of buying the gas all the time, because it's a gas hog. I mean, you know, that's a fact. But the Jeep feels really good and very powerful. And okay, gotcha. And let's see here. So, whoops.
Make another right at the stop sign.
Take a left or right?
Right.
You don't want to go left?
No, absolutely not. Against company policy.
Okay.
Too many accidents.
All right.
And we'll make a U-turn at this traffic light.
Make a U-turn at this light?
Yes.
Ah, there it is. So there's what everybody wants this car for, is that right there. Is that exhaust note. Gotta get our auto on, otherwise we're gonna freaking burn up. All right, go ahead here. All right, so for my Raptor to this. It's fun. Take a right?
No, go straight, but please obey the space.
Yeah, I get you.
There's an unmarked car.
Right. I'm not gonna get too crazy on you. All I'm trying to do right now is kind of get that low end takeoff. So, yeah, pretty, definitely bulbous. Definitely tons of power. Definitely a fun factor. No doubt about that. This thing definitely has that. I just want to get rowdy. I want to be a rowdy vehicle. That's what this thing kind of gives you. But once again, I'm wondering where, once I stop up here, I'll have to look at that capability of, does it have different drive modes? And I guess you can go sport mode down there. But anyways, yeah, and what's incredible about this vehicle is it really is, so for, I don't know, let's go up a little further. There's, I think, right up here up to the 28. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. My sales lady's being very nice. She's like, hey, if you want to have a little more fun, you get up here on the highway. So I think that's a good idea. Do that. But yeah, so far, no doubt, this thing is so easy. Goes down the road. So I compared to my Raptor, no doubt, much more power, much more energy. And with that exhaust note, the ride itself, nice. It is a nice ride. With these 35-inch tires, not bad at all. And you don't really feel them. So the vehicle feels really kind of stable, confident. The front seat, it's the little, I forget because I got the Gladiator. I gotta go like that. There we go. All right, so I can go back a little bit further. The steering wheel will be adjusted. It's the purple. It's purple. That's for sure. And right here, where do we go? Yeah, I'm just not seeing where you can go into like my other cars and change into like a sport mode. And so that's what the Raptor has. Yes, it's just not there. Interesting. Nope, and that's it. It's like in the Raptor, you have settings. You can set the vehicle to different types of on how it drives. And this doesn't have that. But it's just, I guess, always take a right or go up and take a left.
Right.
Okay. Yep. I'm going to go back to Waxpool Road.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I lived out here when Waxpool Road was 2 lanes. I lived out here when this road here was 2 lanes. This road was 2 lanes when I moved out here in 1988. Yeah, I've been out here a long time. So listen to this thing. So a lot of fun. I mean, no doubt. But it's a little more squirrely a little bit on the steering over my Bronco. I could kind of feel that right there. And factory exhaust, not too shabby. And I imagine some guys have gone out and have modded these things. So it's 60 miles an hour, very like nothing. I mean, surely like nothing. It's 60 miles an hour. All right, so now in comparison, to hear the wind noise compared to my Ford Bronco Raptor, I think this has more. So I think that the Ford Bronco Raptor actually is quieter in that aspect. So my sales agent's probably like, this guy's crazy. Who is this guy just signed up with to take a ride with? I got Hellcats, GT500s. I've got cars that are far faster than this. So, all right. Yeah, but you know, nice. I mean, definitely a nice vehicle. But once again, why are some of these populating back in the market after people get them? I just really think you get that thrill of this vehicle with that exhaust note, the V8 motor, really cool. And at the end of the day, I think some people are just like having my fun, and I'm ready to get something else. So, not too shabby. All right, just drove it. This is a lot of fun. I mean, this vehicle really is a lot of fun. But at the same time, it's a very unique color. This is a vehicle that I really think would not be sitting here if it was black. This is a black Jeep, gone. What the heck is that? I mean, come on. Is that a Mustang? Listen to this thing. Even for me, I am totally intrigued what's coming through here right now. Looks like a ZL1 or something. All right, let's get this open. All right, that guy's on methane. I can smell it. That's a total race car. That Camaro. Which way is he going? To the left. Yeah. Total race. Maybe it's E85. All right. Let's look at the engine compartment here. This thing is crammed. Look how tight this is. I mean, Jesus Christ. Now, they say in the Gladiator this won't fit. It's a firewall hazard for a crash. Wow. Okay, so does this have like a cold air intake? That is so strange. See here? Where's that coming from? Is this more about... In some ways it looks like it does. I don't know how. Oh, you got it up here. There it is. Yep. Look at that Jeep Hydro Guide. So this here is the air induction. Interesting. Even keeping the vehicle, I guess, cooled down because this engine compartment is so tight. Isn't that something? Yeah, so right now, they've got this thing discounted pretty good. They're saying they're having a big blowout special this weekend. Yeah, we heard that all the time, right? So what happens here? Do I think the bank will buy the deal? I'd be blown away if they bought the deal. I sincerely doubt it. As far as the top here, the bimini top, that's pretty cool. And once again, I'm surprised about the drive modes. I don't think it's drive modes. So wouldn't this be something I pull this deal off? I think that'd be pretty cool. All right, now I'll be blown away if BMW here can get this deal done. I'll be blown away. And for me, am I nuts to buy this? Yeah, I am. It came from Leesburg Dodge. So somebody ordered this? I don't know. It's pretty dirty though. So what would you do to even make it even more badass? What could you do to it? So there's just a fine line there. I mean, come on, look at this vehicle here. This vehicle here, but what's incredible is in so many ways this vehicle here is close to 25 grand less now since it's used, and I'm getting a deal on it than this vehicle here. Isn't that incredible? There's a $25,000 difference in price between these two vehicles because that's used. Wow. And there you go. How about that, huh? What's the end result? Goose egg. Nothing. Right. Yeah. They're like, we can't get this deal done. You have too many cars. I'm like, I know that. Respect to the salesperson. And just for the heck of it, I figured, see what deal they take. Pretty much knowing they probably wouldn't. And even if they did probably approve the deal, it'd probably be a really stupid interest rate. And I'd be like, not so much. So there's the Adventures for $392. Is it worth it? It definitely is a really cool vehicle. And it is nice. I mean, I do like that rumble and all. But at the same time, as a look that mixed feelings. But it's just really weird how a lot of people are buying these Wranglers. And then, it's nothing uncommon in this area. The wealth in this area is huge. And so many people buy things, get their fun out of them. And then it goes bye-bye. Wow, that sun is really getting the camera there. But anyways, there it is. If I get to drive a 392 and would I really have to have one? Nope. Like, would I trade this for that? I would not. So you're saying, okay, you get the deal done, but you got to give up the Ford Bronco. There's a guy running around here in a Camaro. And it's so loud. I mean, this guy, it's like, is he abusing the policy? Now the debate is, they've got a gun show up the road here. I haven't been to a gun show. Do I go to the gun show this afternoon? Yikes. I don't know.